Good morning. It's day 60 of 60, and I am at the end of my 60-day reboot. Give you my totals. Lost 53 pounds. I started out, I was 50 around the middle, 50 around the chest, 18 and a half around the neck. I am now 17 and a half around the neck, 45 around the chest, 44 around the middle. So lost quite a bit, quite a few inches, quite a few pant sizes. I'm in between 36 and 34s right now. So still feel fantastic. Energy level is way up. I'll go to regular food tomorrow. Worked with my nutritionist, saw her last week, and she got a game plan together for me to introduce carbs and introduce regular food, protein, carbs into my diet. So we're going to do that slow. It's going to go over a period of, looking at my list here, looks like a period of 5 weeks. So I'll start off with 1 meal of regular food, and then juice, and then the second week I'll go to 2 meals, and then eventually 3, and I'll be on regular food. However, I think I still will be supplementing a couple of meals with juice and soup and things like that. I didn't get burned out on it. I kept everything. It seems like you can use any vegetable you want. Just add some apples. Tastes great. So I think I've got that under control. Control was one of the things we talked about. She also gave me a few books to read, and those books kind of focus on your relationship with food. Now that I'm going back in to regular eating, I don't want to bring some of the old habits and ideas that I had with me. For instance, when you celebrate, some people want to celebrate. I used to celebrate closing a sale with a big thick rib steak. You know, it's not the way to celebrate. Maybe I'll start celebrating when I lose, another 10 pounds or something. I'll buy a new pair of pants. And just kind of reinforce those thoughts that, and eating and not overeating, I can fit into a nice smaller pair of pants and look better. So that's going to be a help. I found not watching TV, I'm not lumping on the couch, sitting around all the time. My energy levels stay up all through the day. When I go to sleep, my head hits the pillow, I'm out. This morning I was up at 6:30. My alarm is set for 7, so I was up way before the alarm went off. So I'm not staying up till 1 or 2 in the morning anymore. So that's one of the reasons I feel better. And that I'm not sitting around watching TV, I'm finding other things to do. And those things are reading, working out in the garden. Now that it's staying lighter out later, I can work till like 7 o'clock. And, I guess I eat like a European. I'll have dinner at maybe 8 o'clock or something, but it's going to be a light dinner. But I may keep it to 1 or 2 regular food meals a day. I'm not going to cut back on eating. I just may substitute with juice and, make sure I get my protein and everything. It feels like I'm more in control of what I'm doing with my body now. I've got less to work with, and that's nice. I'm still going. The game plan that we had put together is still going to put me around 1,200 calories, so I'm still going to be in a weight loss mode. And she had asked me, what weight do you want to be? What do you think your ideal weight is? And I said 177. And she mentioned something, and it was very true. She says, you're kind of setting yourself up for a letdown. A lot of people, they think, back when I used to be this particular weight, it seemed like my life was perfect. Everything was great. So it may make it look as if I can get back to that weight, my life will be perfect again. And she said it's better to pick a range of weight, you know, between 177 and 187, because you're going to fluctuate. So give yourself a range. Don't set yourself up for that. And it's not going to change. You want your life to change, you have to make it change. You have to put yourself in a position for good things to happen to you. You need to surround yourself with positive things, positive people, in order for positive things to happen. And it's all in your outlook, you know. It depends, you know. Some people are pessimists, some are optimists. I found being an optimist, I try not to let the negatives in. I don't watch the news. You know, for one, the way that the newspapers and the news programs, if it bleeds, it leads, and that's what they want. They want to shock you. They want to glue you to the TV with all this doom and gloom, and I don't need that in my life. I live in a town of 700 people. A lot of this stuff isn't going to affect me, and to tell you the truth, the weather has more effect on me than anything. So people can talk to me about the housing market till they're blue in the face. Doesn't matter. It's all great where I'm concerned. Not that I'm Pollyanna and I'm going to bury my head in the sand. I get some news from the internet, but I like the unbiased news, and I don't want somebody else's spin on it. Tell me what's going on, and that's all I want to know. The news that concerns me are the things that I have some control over. The differences I can make in somebody's life. Maybe you feel that way, maybe you don't, but that's me. And I feel good about it, and it makes me a happy person and a nice person to be around. And that's what I'm striving to do, is be a nice person. So I can go to sleep at night and not have to worry about, you know, messing somebody's life up. Like I said, I'm feeling really, really good. Now I'm working on the next phase in my life, and that is to eventually get off all the pills. I take a pill for my diabetes in the morning, one for the evening. Because of that, I need to take one for my blood pressure. And because I was overweight with the diabetes and I used to smoke, I got to take the aspirin. And so, like, one pill makes you take another pill and another pill. I want to get off all the pills. So last week, I took a blood panel. This morning, in about a half an hour, I meet with my doctor. We're going to establish my baselines. This is where I want my body to be, this or better. And my levels and everything have been really good. So from here, we're going to look at continuing on and doing better while eating regular food and living a somewhat normal life, maybe even going to some social events where actual food eating is going on, and then see if I can get off of some of these medications or all of them. All of them is my goal. I take a medicine for antidepressant. Been taking that for years. Without it, I've been a basket case. I get anxiety. I mean, a room full of people makes me all nervous and feel claustrophobic, and I just don't like it. But I think a lot of that was tied to my self-esteem and the way I felt about myself. And I'm feeling a lot better about myself these days. So, not that I'm going to go right off of it now, but if my mood is up, my attitude is good, my serotonin levels are up, my body's doing what it should, there should be no reason for me to take them, unless, you know, there is an actual chemical imbalance and I do need them. Then, yeah, I understand I need them. But I have heard of people going off of them under a doctor's care, and everything was monitored and they were fine. So if my body is going to change and I can get those things to start working the way that they normally should, that's what I'm shooting for. So I will continue making some videos, kind of keeping you in touch with how I'm doing. And the reason is because if I can do it, I know you can do it. a special thanks to my friend Jeff Waters. If it weren't for Jeff, I would never have started on this. He was the one who introduced me to the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And that's really what started this whole thing, was seeing Joe's bout with his disease and his desire to get off the medication and lose weight and become healthy. I realized how important that was to me. So after my complaints of going to the doctor on Facebook one day, I complained about going to the doctor and coming back with all this medication and insulin. Jeff had suggested this video to me, and 2 or 3 days later I watched it, and that's all it took. And here I am, maybe maybe 8 weeks later, or about 10 weeks later, losing over 50 pounds, getting off of the insulin, getting off and cutting back on my blood pressure meds, all because of an idea. So thanks again, Jeff, and just goes to show, you can make a difference in somebody's life, even when you don't think you might. Just some suggestion just might do that, and you could change somebody's life for the better. So thanks a lot, and love to hear any comments you have. If you're thinking about a reboot, if I can help, please shoot me an email, let me know, and I'll be glad to help you where I can. Otherwise, you'll be hearing from me soon. I'll make another one when I get down under 200, which is about 17 pounds away, so I figure maybe 3 weeks. Okay, thanks again. Have a good day. Bye-bye.